is Tuesday, so dress as twins tomorrow. If you ordered a mental health awareness shirt and have not paid for it, please bring your money to one of the offices today or tomorrow. And again, we are nearing the end of senior time. Any seniors who are not finished with their time, please flex with Ms. Garrett in the comments during the following days, April 14th, 15th, and 17th. If your tile is not finished by April 17th, it will not be on zero. And our fun fact of the day. The first band to ever perform live on all 7 continents was the House. And with that, have a great day.
Okay, welcome and good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming up here today for Flex. We are very lucky and fortunate to have with us today Karen Bird. And Karen is a hypnotherapist right here in Burlington. And she has been coming to Mental Health Awareness Week for us, I think, for the last 6 or 7 years, every year since the first one. So we are very fortunate to have her. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All
right, you guys, thanks for being here. Again, I'm Karen Bird. I'm a hypnotherapist or hypnotist, same thing, in the Burlington area. And I work with athletes for peak performance, mental toughness, and people for anything you could think of. So when you think of hypnosis, most people think, oh, they do hypnosis for weight loss and smoking. But there's many other things. Fears, anxieties, stresses, school issues, anything you name it, and we can do it because it's really just teaching the power of the mind and how whatever we think, we are. And so I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But first, let me see, I want to make sure all right, first I want to explain to you what is hypnosis. Because everybody's like, what is hypnosis? Has anyone ever been to a stage show or seen like the performing hypnosis? Yeah, no. Or you've seen on TV hypnosis, you know, the clock back and forth, or the watch. Not going to do any of that, but I am going to let you guys feel what it feels like to be in the brainwave state that you're in when you're in that state. It's a very relaxed state. So hypnosis is a state of focus and concentration where your critical conscious mind is relaxed and we can work with the subconscious mind. When we talk about having two minds, the critical mind is it analyzes, critiques, plays the last time you didn't do so well. It's kind of what we would call the inner mean girl or the inner mean guy. The one that says, what is wrong with you? Why did you do that? What's your problem today? You always mess up. You have a really bad hair day. I don't like your nose, right? And it's the self-talk we do all the time. And then the subconscious mind is the one that does the driving in our life. It works in pictures, its habits and beliefs, and experiences that have happened in our life get filed back in that subconscious mind. And what we can do is, or what we do is we pull out the files and then we replay them in our mind. So an example of what the subconscious mind is do most of you in here drive? Okay, and if you don't drive, you obviously go somewhere with your parents. And an example of it is when you're going to school or somewhere that you've been 100 times, you're thinking about all the things you need to do, the test you need to take, if you fed the dog in the morning, you get to your location and you think to yourself, I don't remember if I drove here or stopped at that stop sign because I was so busy in this mind. And it was actually the map, the blueprint in the back of your mind that got you to your destination. And that happens all the time in our lives. We call it a robot theory. We've got the map back there. And so when we can get back there and we can change the map or change the blueprint, we can change the trajectory of our life. And so the blueprint or the robot theory is whatever our mind believes our body achieves. And so I have seen people heal themselves. I was working with a gentleman just recently that he had been to every doctor, every urologist, every specialist in the area, freighter, because he kept feeling a pain in his bladder and he felt like he had to go to the bathroom all the time, and so he didn't want to go to work, he didn't want to go anywhere because he thought he was always going to have to use the washroom, and if he didn't have a washroom near him, he might have an accident. And literally, it was about identifying that it wasn't a physical thing because the doctors kept saying, you're fine, we've done all the tests, we do CAT scans and everything else, and it was literally a fear of something that had happened in the past that he stored in his bladder. And when you can eliminate the fear, it goes away. I mean, it's really that amazing. And so the subconscious mind, again, works in pictures. Example of that is think what you did last night, just for a moment, think about where you were, and you all saw a picture in your mind. right? That's what our brain does every single day, every single thing I'm saying, every single thing you think. I know it's crazy. If I tell you not to think of a pink elephant, don't imagine it in your mind, don't see it, not the shade, not the size, nothing. You just saw a pink elephant. Crazy. The reason you saw a pink elephant is because the words matter, the thoughts matter. And so I said not to think of a pink elephant, and yet you did. Why? Because the words matter, the thoughts matter. Subconscious doesn't hear don't, wouldn't, couldn't, shouldn't. If you say I'm not dumb, you're hearing dumb. It's about saying smart. So I'm gonna work with you guys just a little bit in choosing what it is you want instead of not want, because that makes a huge difference in our life, okay? Hypnosis is, again, a state of focus and concentration. Right now you're in a beta state. Your brain is going, woo, 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 if I were to take a PET scan or a CAT scan of your brain. When you close your eyes and relax, you're in an alpha state. The theta state is the state of hypnosis where you feel very relaxed. Your brain waves are more like this. You're in it twice a day, when you fall asleep at night and when you wake up in the morning. When you fall asleep at night and you're just starting to fall asleep and you know how sometimes your body jerks? That's the theta state. Or your alarm goes off in the morning and you think to yourself, I don't want to move, like I'm so relaxed, so I really have to get up today. Your body is relaxed, your mind is relaxed, you're in a theta state. That's the state of hypnosis where you're not thinking, you're not analyzing, you're not critiquing, you're just there in that space of really feeling good, right? So you remember everything, you hear everything, you're consciously aware, but you look like you're sleeping because your body is so relaxed, all right? Okay, so I want to talk about who are you, who do you want to be, and what do you choose for your life? Because what we choose makes a difference in our world. We all have labels on ourselves. We all believe we're a certain way based on something someone said. Maybe it was a coach, maybe it was a parent, maybe it was another student. They said that I'm too loud, you're too loud, or you're not smart, or what's wrong with you? And at some point we decided to accept that label as who we are. It's called a limiting belief. But you're not that. You can be anything you want in this whole wide world when you drop the labels of who it is someone else said that you could or should or would be. And so we're going to talk a little bit about those labels, and I'm going to have you guys choose something. So I want to make sure that you guys all have one of those business cards in front of you. And the reason that is because I'm going to have you write on the back of it. So if you guys can all grab a card, that would be great. Can you all hear me okay? All right. Okay, so an example of a label is, I am seeing about a 24-year-old right now, and we were talking about confidence. He came to me to have more confidence. He wanted to get a promotion at his job, and he wants to start his own business, but he doesn't believe in himself. And after some exploration, what we found out was that he had been told, and his family believed, and so this stuff is generational, right? His family believed that they were never meant to have a lot of money. They were never meant to be successful. They weren't meant to be anything more than working class. And this was ingrained in him. This became his limiting belief. And it's really about shifting out of that, right? Because yes, you are meant for more, but we all put these glass ceilings on ourselves, right? That's all I can be because that's all my parents were. That's all I can be because I've been told that I'm never gonna go to college or I'm never gonna have this great job. That's all I can be because I was told that I'm not smart enough. Right? It's a glass ceiling that we put on ourselves. So when you break through that glass ceiling, you can be anything that you want to be. And it's really about choosing that. So if you can, let's choose. If you can pick out, have your pen and card there. So I want you to choose. And here's some things, is you can choose your way of being. So how is it that you want to be? Because you can choose to be sad or angry or upset, or you can choose to be happy and powerful and courageous. You can choose to be anything that you want to be. You can choose that you deserve something or you don't deserve something. And let me tell you, many times what we think in our head, what we believe we deserve or who we are, comes from experiences that we've had before the age of 6. And we don't even realize it. But before that age, a lot of who we believe we are has been established. Now, we can choose to be different, but a lot of us don't know how to be different. So if you were told as a child that, and you heard many times over, your parent saying to someone else, oh, she's just so shy. Oh, she's just shy, she's just shy. then she grows up believing that she's shy. Or you're a little girl that bounces around, or a boy that bounces around, and you like to have a lot of fun, and you're loud, and you're crazy, and you love life, and you've been told you're too loud, be quiet, you're making a scene, you're embarrassing me. It creates a different person as you grow up, and you don't even realize it. So it's these labels that we put on ourselves, right? So the question that I have for you guys is, what do you choose to be? And I can't make you choose any certain thing, but you can choose to be happy, you can choose to be intelligent, you can choose to be articulate, you can choose to be outgoing, you can choose to be amazing, you can choose to be successful, you can even choose to be a millionaire. And you can choose to be sad and angry and disappointed in your life and where you were raised, and that you don't have what others have. So I want you right now to think about, what do you choose to be? And I'm going to give you some examples of something that you can choose if you want, but I can't make you choose anything. So you can choose to be courageous or brave or happy or joyful, powerful, connected, authentic, loving, smart, intelligent, kind, forgiving, caring, fit, athletic, confident, empowered, understanding, healthy, magnetic, determined, fearless, motivated, and there's a gazillion others, right? So right now, you guys think about, what do you choose to be? And then we're gonna do a little relaxation. I'm gonna help you guys really choose it inside your heart, inside your soul. So go ahead and write down what you choose to be, that word. It can be a different one, doesn't have to be that one, but just write down what it is that you choose to be, that you want to be. And if anyone needs any help, I'm here to help you. You have a certain question. Any questions about any of that? No? Okay. And let me tell you, I know why this works, and I know why it's so powerful, because my son passed away in a motorcycle accident almost 5 years ago. And I had two choices. I had a lot going on in my life. In fact, my marriage was had fallen apart, and he died shortly after that. And I had two choices. I could choose to be sitting in it. I could choose to be angry at God. I could choose to be angry at the man that pulled in front of him. I could choose to be sad. I could choose to sit in my grief. I could choose to do anything I wanted to do. But I made a decision a few days after that I was not going to sit in that. And so every single day, again and again and again, the thing I said, I recited a Bible verse, and the next thing I said is, I choose joy. I choose joy. And some days, I did not want to choose joy. And some days, I felt pissed off. And some days, I felt really sad, and I sat and cried all day long. And what I continued to tell myself is, I choose joy. I choose joy. And it worked. I'll tell you, I am so happy. And I have a relationship with him. I have conversations with him. And I'm super happy with my life because I chose it. And so you guys can choose to be anything you want. And I don't even know how to stress enough that it's called the law of attraction. Whatever we think about and we truly imagine and then accept as reality, we become it. I see massive shifts in people because they've chosen something else in their life. All right? So now that you've chosen that, I want you to choose who you are. And then I'm going to help you tap into your heart center. So underneath that word, you can choose a different word if you'd like, because a lot of times we want to be a lot of things, right? We want to have a lot of money, we want to be happy. And the money isn't about having money. The money is about money having opportunities for us, right? And so there's always more opportunities when we can give and share. And maybe it's that you choose to be more outgoing. I see a lot of preteens and teenagers and young adults that want to be more outgoing. They just want to get themselves out there and be more carefree. For one of mine, I learned when I did my leadership transformational course that I believed my entire life that I could not be successful because I was cute and little. And I had been told my entire high school, as long as I can remember my young adult years, you're so cute and little. Everybody would say, you're so cute and little, right? So what I believed, my limiting belief, my label, was that cute and little women cannot be successful. They cannot be powerful because they're supposed to be quiet, right? That was my limiting belief. And when I finally realized that was holding me back, I was done with it. I was like, forget that. That is not me. That is not my label. And I chose then for my contract, which I'm going to help you guys write, is I am a, and mine was I am a powerful, courageous, authentic woman. And authentic means that what you feel inside, who you are inside, is the same person you show others on the outside. And for me, that was about learning how to use my voice. That was for learning how to stand in my power. That was me learning how to take risks. Because what I realized is that I didn't like to take risks. I wanted to play small. And so for you guys, like, who is it that you want to be? And this is not who you believe you are. So if you are loving and you are kind and you are giving, then, and you know you're smart, then this is not what it is. It's that version of you that you want to be, that you know that maybe you haven't stepped into, but you want to step into. So next thing that you guys, I'm going to want to have you write is I am a blank, and you fill in the blank, and then it could be a student, a young adult, a boy, a girl, a man, a woman. So whatever your noun is, you want to say I am a, and then choose a word. It can be the same word you want, or it can be another word. Person. Like for me, I say leader because I have an online certification course and I teach other hypnotists around the world. So for me, I'm a leader, but you guys can be anything you want. You could be a certain athlete, you can be a student, you can be whatever you want, but I am a blank, and then your noun. Who can I help? Who's stuck? Anybody stuck? No? You got it? Okay. I would love for some of you to share the words that you chose, just so others can hear. And I know it feels scary, but I'm going to ask you to be brave and stretch. So I'm just going to go from table to table, and tell me what you chose. If you want. I mean, you don't have to, and if you say no, you can say pass. All right. Do you want to share a word you chose? No? Okay. How about there? One of you girls.
Just a word.
Yeah.
I said worthy.
Worthy. I love it. That's a great one.
I said giving.
Giving. Yeah.
I said motivated.
Motivated. You want to share over there? No? Okay. Do you want to share?
Responsible.
Responsible. I love that. How about you guys? Confident.
Determined.
Determined.
I said friendly.
Friendly. I'm sorry. Oh,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Wait. Trying to think of it. No, that's a different one.
Oh, any word is fine.
Yeah. Come back to me.
Okay. Okay. How about you guys back there? Did you choose a word? Okay, choose a word. Go.
I picked yours, authentic.
Okay, I love
We
it.
didn't match.
Yeah.
I picked flexible.
Flexible. I like that.
Considerate.
Considerate. I like that too. I was just thinking flexible. I think patient. You know, a lot of moms will come into me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I struggle with getting frustrated and angry," and so patient is a good one. And I love the word authentic too, because a lot of times who we know we are inside, we're not always showing others that person because we're scared, right? Because it feels uncomfortable. And so, yeah. Good. All right. Well, thank you for sharing, you guys. Okay. How are we doing on time?
We're good. You wanted the 10-minute warning, right?
Yeah.
So we're done at
Okay.
9:41? Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Great. All right. So I'm going to do a little what I call a visualization for you guys, and then I can take any questions and tell you guys more because there's so much I could tell you. I could be here all day.
We
All right.
have 8 minutes or 9 minutes, 9 minutes until the 10-minute warning. So we still have some pretty good time.
Okay, good,
Like about
perfect.
20 minutes left.
Okay, good, because I don't like to be rushed with this.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to help you guys get relaxed. And so when I help you guys get relaxed, it's really just getting you from that beta state we just talked about into a theta state. Now, here's the thing. You can choose to do this or not do this. It's really up to you. I promise you if you do it, you're gonna get some massive benefit. And I also know that some people aren't comfortable, right? You don't trust me, you don't really know me. And you're not trusting what I'm going to do when you're in a relaxed state. But if I say something that does not resonate with you, if I said something that doesn't feel comfortable with you, your conscious mind is incredibly powerful. It will always protect you. You will open your eyes and say, that's crazy. She just told me to go rob a bank. I'm not doing it. Okay? So just know that nothing is going to happen that you are not comfortable with. It's really just a very beautiful state of relaxation where you can accept what I say or not accept what I say. Okay? So just let yourself go, because when you let yourself go, you get the massive benefit from it. All right? So I'm just going to have you start by closing your eyes, making yourself comfortable. You guys can do it too. And know that you can move and adjust at any time. It's okay to move and adjust. It's okay to itch your nose. It's totally fine. So you're just going to get into a relaxed state, and I'm going to help you do that by closing your eyes and taking 3 deep breaths, holding it on the intake for a moment. And as you exhale, let go of anything that happened earlier today. With the other deep breath, hold it as you inhale. And as you exhale, let go of anything that might happen later today. And the third deep breath. As you exhale this time, let go of any tension in your body and allow yourself to relax to the sound of my voice. Notice the silence in the room. And notice if there are any thoughts in your head. This might feel a little uncomfortable. Notice the thoughts. Let the thoughts slow and then dissolve down through your body like the soft spring rain. Feel your breathing for a moment. The rise, the fall of your chest. Notice the weight of your body on the chair. Maybe your elbows on the table. And let your body relax a little deeper with each word I say. Begin to feel a wave of relaxation from the top of your head, moving down through your body, relaxing every cell, every muscle, and every fiber. Relax all the muscles in your face. And let your jaws relax. You might feel that space between your teeth when you let go. If you're feeling a monkey mind, take that conscious mind and put it on the table. Relax your shoulders, let them sink into your body. And then let that relaxation go down your arms, releasing any cares, any concerns for the moment, down through your arms, as you begin to feel a heaviness in your hands and your fingers. Notice the stillness. And then let that wave move all the way down, relaxing your chest, down your shoulders, down through your hips and your legs. Relax your thighs, loose and limp, like a rag doll or a cooked spaghetti noodle. Down through your calves and your feet and your toes. And just let go. And notice how good it feels to just let go. 3, 2, and now double that state of relaxation down to 1. Releasing, relaxing, letting go. And just for a moment, tap into your heart center. Feel yourself in your heart. This is a space for no one else. It's your safe space. It's only you. It's your chamber for love and self-love. And so just for a moment in your heart center, feel how safe it is. You might notice it's warm. Or maybe you feel a comfortable, cushy carpet and your favorite chair in there. Maybe your bed is in there and you can just lie down and let go. Open your heart center just a little, like an opening rose on a summer day, slowly and easily. And feeling yourself in your heart center now. Say that word in your mind that you chose. And say it again. And now your contract. I am a, and your word. Or words. And breathe it in. Feel the power of that word. And accept it. And from this day forward, anytime that you need to, tap into your heart center and feel yourself. And then let that feeling, that power, that confidence flow through your entire body, filling every muscle, every cell, and every fiber. And from this day forward, anytime you need to remind yourself who you are, anytime there's any negativity or stress or negative words or hurtful words, tap into your heart and remind yourself who you are. And allow your heart center now to begin to absorb a color, your favorite color. It's a calming color. And let that color expand out, filling your entire body. And now out beyond the confines of your body, a couple inches out. This is your safe space. This is a space where no one can reach but you. This is a space where you believe in yourself. You know your worth, who you are and who you're meant to be. And anytime you need to, you can simply tap into your heart. Remind yourself who you truly are, who you were born to be and meant to be. And then step into this protective space, this bubble, this shield that you just protected, that you just created. And anything that you don't want to let in bounces off and away. Off and away. In the next few moments, as your mind has begun to adjust to these changes, and the new you has evolved and changed for the better forever, just a quick little shift. As you slowly and easily now allow yourself to come back, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And with each number, you embrace who you are. You accept who you are. 1, feeling some energy return from the soles of your feet, through your legs. 2, feel a little movement, a little wiggling in your fingers, a little movement in your toes as you come back to this place, this here and now moment. 3, 4, accepting and embracing who it is that you truly are. And 5, when you're ready, opening your eyes, emerging, coming back to the room, wide awake, and you guys all heard the buzzer, open your eyes, coming back, feeling wonderful.
I totally coordinated that.
It was
That's
perfect
actually our 10-minute word.
timing. I love it. All right, how did that feel? Does anyone want to explain? How'd your body feel? Did it feel heavy or did it feel light? You want to
Feel calm?
Oh, calm. Yeah, it feels really good, doesn't it? It's when we take that space, and I said it in there, you guys probably heard it. You might not remember everything we went through. You might not remember everything you did, but that's okay. Because your subconscious mind is making mental notes. It's starting to create that pathway, those pathways in your brain of the new way for you. And so it's that monkey mind, right? It's getting rid of this monkey mind that wants to think and overthink. And I see a lot of athletes that'll come in and say, my coach tells me that I'm overthinking, right? And I will ask the athlete, what does that mean? Like, what does overthinking mean to you? They're like, I have no idea. They just tell me I'm overthinking. So what are they doing? They're overthinking, right? They're getting onto the court. They're stepping onto the field, and their mind is like thinking so much that they're not even concentrating and focusing on what they're supposed to be doing. And then they start questioning themselves, right? And then they start replaying the last time they didn't do so well. And it's all this, like, it's a spiral that goes on. So when you can relax that monkey mind, it feels good, right? You're just like letting go of all the stresses in the day. And you guys can do this on your own. So I'm going to ask if you have questions in a moment, but before that, I'm going to teach you a really simple way how to do it. Imagine your body in zones. Your head is zone 5, your shoulders are zone 4, your midsection zone 3, your legs zone 2, and your feet zone 1. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and as you exhale, you relax that set of muscles. 2 things you really want to focus on: your jaws. When your jaws are relaxed, you guys heard me say relax your jaws and your shoulders. Go ahead and relax your jaws and your shoulders for a moment. Right? It's like let go. So focus on that. When these are tight and this is tight, you're probably in a heightened state. That's actually a state of high stress. I don't like to use the word anxiety because I feel like it's such a label, but we all have high stress, right? I know when I was going through some really tough time in my life, I felt it like in my heart center. My heart was always tight. And so what I would do is I literally would tell my body, relax your jaws, relax your shoulders, and relax your heart. And it would just relax me, and so I could not be in that space all the time. So I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but back to self-hypnosis. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it looks like this. Take a deep breath, close your eyes. Let's say you're in study hall and you're sitting there just as you are, right? Take a deep breath. And you think to yourself, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. When you relax the mind and the body together, you get into that really safe space. And then what you can do is that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need more relaxing, you can imagine stepping down a set of stairs, starting at the number 10 and relaxing more with each number down till you get to the bottom of the stairs when you're in a deep level of relaxation. At that space, you can just tap into your heart center. Just feel yourself in your heart and ask yourself, like, how am I feeling? And do I want to let this go? Do I want to choose this? How am I feeling? Oh, I guess I'm feeling really stressed about the test that's coming up because if I don't get an A on it, it's going to change my grade. Do I want to choose it? No. So what am I going to choose? I'm going to choose calmness. And I'm going to choose that everything I know and everything I've learned and everything I study is going to come right out from the back of my brain into my exam. Right? So that's what I'm choosing. And it's going to make a huge difference in the way you feel and the way that you perform. Like your brain works better when it's relaxed than when it's heightened. So when we talk about anxiety and stress, it's really a brainwave state where we're not only in the beta state, but a higher state than the beta state. It's a very elevated state of, let's say, consciousness. And so what happens is when people start getting that, and they feel like it all the time, and they get panic attacks, and they start to feel it in their body, it's because their brain has said, I can't do this anymore. We're in too heightened of a state. And so I'm going to react in my body because it has to go somewhere. And your body starts reacting on it. People end up in the emergency room all the time from panic attacks, and they're told nothing is wrong with you. It's a fight or flight response. You're in fight or flight too often and so often that the body's like, gotta do something, or the brain's like, I gotta do something with this. It's fight or flight. It releases a ton of adrenaline, which goes from here to fight or flight. It served us many, many years ago in the caveman ages. When there was a danger, a mammoth came at us or whatever, we would take all the blood and oxygen from our lungs and our internal organs and put them to our hands and our feet. This is like a survival mechanism. Why? So we could run or fight. And now they say there's a couple other things. And what happens is we're still using that, but we don't always need it because we don't need to fight when there's a big test coming up, right? But when we can learn to take that deep breath and just let it go, then we get the oxygen in the blood back to where we really need it, including our brain, so that we can think better, right? So it's that heightened state. When we can get out of that heightened state, and you guys can do this anytime, because every single day is that deep breath. What am I feeling? What do I choose to feel? And then even telling yourself, like, let it go and let it wash down into the ground. Like, I don't want to feel this way. I'm going to let go of my stress. I'm going to let go of my anger, and I'm going to choose this. Okay? So self-hypnosis can be practiced. I teach it to all of my clients. I see clients at the doctor's office there, and every single one of them learns self-hypnosis, and one of their homework is to practice it. So any questions about any of that? Any questions about self-hypnosis or what you can do with it? You can create your protective bubble in it. You can get yourself in the relaxed state and imagine that protective bubble, that protective shield that you had, and anything that anyone says that you don't want to accept, you just let it go. Like, it's all feedback. And when you realize that whatever someone says to you is feedback. If someone says you're dumb, You can say, she doesn't know what she's talking about, or oh my gosh, she knows me, I'm going to accept it. Or you can say, I don't take that. I don't want that. Take it back, right? Let it bounce off your shield. And if someone says something like, you're beautiful, it feels good. And you can say, that's feedback, I like it. Because feedback is something that we learn that is actually someone else's experience of life. So maybe they were told a million times that they were dumb. Maybe they were told that they could never amount to anything, right? And so they're reacting on their own experiences. But it doesn't mean that's who you are, and so you get to accept it or say, no, thank you, not today. So just know that you guys can, like, you are whoever you want to be. All right? You guys are so quiet. Any questions?
Relaxed.
You're relaxed. Well, that's good. That's good. It's good to be relaxed, right? Yes.
Like for baseball, for instance, like what should I be like thinking, or what should I do before I go up to the plate to hit?
Okay. So, can you share your power word again?
Like be more confident.
Confident. Okay. So confident could be your power word, or you could choose like amazing, determined, fierce, motivated, incredible, whatever you want, right? So choose a word, and then as you step up to the plate, are you a pitcher?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So as you step up to the plate, take a deep breath, and just say to yourself 4 times, I am confident, I am confident, I am confident, I am confident. Or whatever word you choose. I love the word confident, but you could choose powerful or fast or incredible or skilled or whatever. And what happens is we can only have one thought at a time. We cannot think, what if I throw balls, or I'm confident, right? And what happens is our brain reacts, it releases a chemical, whether it's cortisol or endorphins, or, so when you think to yourself, what if I screw up? What if I miss this? You're releasing a chemical in your brain, it tightens your body up. And that's when we walk around all tight and we feel it in our chest, because we're releasing the chemical of cortisol. When we think I am confident, it actually relaxes our body, and then it helps us to play better. And then literally just imagine yourself with the perfect pitch, because your brain, your body's responding. So the word 4 times and imagine the perfect pitch, and you'll be amazed how it happens. All right, thank you guys. Oh, yeah, okay, so you have my card. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Just give me a call or send me an email.